Hello everybody, thanks for tuning into my month ahead forecast. Before I get on with the month ahead forecast, I just want to talk about the advertising. There'll always be a video ad overlaying my weather videos here at gavsweathervids.com. Please play those video ads because you'll be supporting gavsweathervids.com. If you do that, if there's not a video ad, there'll just be a general ad, and you can click on that ad and go through to the advertiser if you like what the advertiser is offering. Now, the model we're going to be using for the month ahead forecast is the CFS version 2 model. You can find CFS version 2 on my links page. Just scroll to the bottom of this page, click on the links tab, go through to the links page, and then you'll see the link for CFS version 2. Just click on that and that will take you through to the CFS version 2 model. And you'll be able to check these charts out for yourself that I'm using. There's also the main CFS version 1 model, and that is on my links page as well, but that's being discontinued in June, and in June I'll get rid of that link and we'll just have CFS version 2, and that'll just be the plain old CFS model really, because the first model will have been discontinued. So what we're looking at here is the 700 millibar height anomaly charts from the CFS version 2 model. Now, I use height anomaly charts because they're a pretty good indication of where we're likely to see high pressure and low pressure. Remember, this is an anomaly over the course of a month, so there would be exceptions to these anomalies, but it's not the continuous pattern throughout the entire month. You will get variations on the pattern, but they're a pretty good indication really of what the overall synoptic pattern should be for any given month. Now, where we have the positive anomalies here, and they're indicated by the orange and red colours, that's where we're probably seeing high pressure. Where we've got the negative anomalies, and that's indicated by the blue colours, that's where we're probably seeing low pressure. And then we use these high pressure and low pressure areas to try and decide what's going to be happening in terms of temperature and rainfall, because if you have a positive anomaly, obviously you're likely to have it drier than average, and you have a negative anomaly, obviously you're likely to have it wetter than average. And depending on where these areas of high pressure and low pressure are, you can also make a bit of a prediction in terms of temperature. Now, I want to start off by having a look at the month that's just gone and seeing how CFS version 2 verified for April 2012. This was the anomaly chart that I used for my video for April 2012. You can find this video on my long range forecast page. Actually, you can have a look at that and see whether what I'm saying is correct, because what I'm saying for this verification is that it was an exceptionally good prediction actually from CFS version 2, because this was the anomaly. It went for a big negative anomaly here across the British Isles and much of the north and west of Europe, and it also went for positive anomalies in the Atlantic and going up to Greenland. And what I said is that based on this anomaly, we was likely to have a wetter than average month, we was likely to have a near normal or cooler than average month, and it would be all brought about by lower than average pressure. Now, if we have a little recap on what actually happened in April 2012, it was actually the wettest April for over a century across many parts of England and Wales, and we also had the coldest April in the CET zone, Central England Temperature Zone, since April 1989, and we saw some very deep areas of low pressure indeed. So, as I say, this was a very, very good prediction from CFS version 2. I'm very pleased with this because it really was a good prediction indeed. This doesn't happen all the time. Don't expect that the CFS version 2 model to get this correct all the time. It doesn't get it correct all the time, and this is certainly a very good prediction from the CFS version 2 model, but as I say, it doesn't happen all the time. So let's go on now and have a look at the prediction from CFS version 2 for May. Let's see what the prediction is for the 700 millibar height anomaly chart for May, and this is the prediction from the CFS version 2 model. There we go, that is the predicted anomaly chart at 700 millibars for May 2012, and we see that the prediction is for high pressure to be strong again up to the northwest and the north of the country. There's a positive height anomaly chart, positive height anomaly here for the northern Atlantic going up to Greenland, stretching out to Iceland and to the north of the country, and then we've got a negative anomaly here down to the southwest of the British Isles. So that would imply we're seeing low pressure continuing down to the southwest, and we're seeing high pressure continuing up to the north and to the northwest. Note that the negative anomaly has pulled out of the central and northeastern parts of Europe, so it's a slightly different setup to what we had in April. The anomaly, the negative anomaly, isn't as intense. It's not as deep here, so I don't think we're seeing the torrential rain fest that we had in April. It's probably not going to be the wettest May for over 100 years, but it will be an unsettled month, I think. This is enough to give us an indication that we are probably seeing an unsettled month, particularly for England and Wales again. And the best of the weather probably in Scotland, actually, because that's where we're closest to this area of high pressure. So I think Scotland probably getting the driest of the weather this month, and probably the warmest of the weather as well. Although with the high pressure up here, we are probably seeing northerly or easterly winds more frequently than would be normally expected. So that will probably keep all of us quite cool. Now, with the low pressure down to the southwest, at times we could see southerly winds if pressure rises to the east and is strong enough to switch the winds in from the east. But even if that was to happen and those winds were to go into the southeast or south, I think with this low pressure down to the southwest, it wouldn't be settled, and we'd probably see breakdown into a thundery weather fairly quickly. But anyway, this anomaly is again going for an unsettled month in the south, the best of weather probably in the north, all of us seeing temperatures near normal or below average. Just want to quickly have a look at the anomaly for June, and this is the anomaly from CFS version 2 for June, and on the face of it, this isn't too bad at all really. We're seeing a strong positive anomaly here up to the northeast of the country. That's indicating high pressure probably setting up over Scandinavia, and the low pressure down to the southwest with below average heights actually become very weak indeed. So this is a pretty good anomaly for June. I think we would expect, if this came up, a pretty decent month indeed. But we do have to be careful about this because the CFS models aren't that good once you go more than a month ahead into the future. So I think we have to be careful about this. But on the face of it, that is shaping up to perhaps not be too bad a start to the summer. But anyway, coming back to May, and finally, once again, I just want to recap on the CFS version 2 prediction for May and what my prediction is based on that anomaly. And we're going for above average heights to the north and the northwest of the country again, below average heights down to the southwest of the country. So that's indicating, I think, probably a wetter than average month for England and Wales, but not the deluge that we had in April, but certainly probably above average rainfall. The driest weather is in the north, but all areas probably having quite an unsettled month. And in terms of temperature, well, I think we're going for average to slightly below average, and generally that's not really shaping up to be a very good anomaly for April, for May I should say. So as I say, it is going for an unsettled month here, particularly for the south of the country. Now remember, these models are highly experimental, and you have to take this with a bit of a pinch of salt, but come back in a month's time, we'll see how the model has performed. But that's it for now. I hope you found the video interesting. Bye for now.